Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's video we're going to have our swatch comparisons for Canterbury and Tea Time. Now I'm going to apologize ahead of time. The tops are swatched, the swatch sticks are done. I accidentally deleted my original footage. So I apologize guys. So you guys are not going to get to see me do the swatch sticks, but you will get to see the comparisons on the mat. And I did take one out of the comparison line for Tea Time since swatching because it was a little too orangey and not as brown looking as it should be for that comparison. So I did take that one out of the lineup. But if you all are wondering, Marigold was the one that I took out. So we're going to start with Canterbury, which is this one right here. And its comparison is to Kraken, the only other one in my collection that I found that was even remotely close to it. And when I swatch it, you'll see what I mean about the Kraken is a little bit more teal and less cream. It's got about more of a sheer finish than a creamy finish. And this is more navy and not without any hints of teal and has a more cream finish. So we're going to go ahead and get into our comparison. Hi, Topaz. Sorry, I have a needy fuzzball that has not realized that I fed him. He heard the dish, but never went and checked it out after I filled it. So he's just being goofy. So this first one is Canterbury. Okay, and then the next one is going to be Kraken. In the bottles, they look almost identical. There's very little difference. Even the swatches on the tops look very similar. But once you get Kraken over white, you really start to see the difference. And I'm not gonna lie, I love Kraken. It's one of my favorite colors that they came out with recently. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and zoom this in. But before I do that, Topaz, come here, buddy. Well, hi, Peaches. Come here, Peachy. The rest of the way, not just show me your butt. Come here, buddy. You know, my viewers don't see enough of you. My old man. I know, you're not much of a lap cat. You're not much of a lap cat, but we're going to have our cameo. I have Peach. He's bugging for attention, but he'll just swarm my feet for it. So, and Topaz decided to take the box from him. So, okay. Now that we got our kitty cat time, this is what I was talking about, guys. You can see it already, even on my screen. This is Canterbury and this is Kraken. And you can see that this has a more teal finish and it's more jelly-like, whereas this is more cream-like and it's more navy blue. Now, when you go over the black, you can see it similarly. Whereas this is more clear that it's a blue over a black, and this one almost looks like you just went gloss over matte. So with that being said, if you're going over dark color, it doesn't matter as much which one of these two you're using, but they're quite different. And that's the closest one I had. Dark blues of this caliber in a cream, I don't really have in Maniology polishes. They just, either they don't exist or they were discontinued before I had rediscovered them. So with that being said, Canterbury is a pretty unique color. All the other dark blues like that I have either a shimmer or a glitter or something to that effect. All special effects. So we're going to go ahead and clean up that, and then we'll get into tea time. Now, Sequoia was a different type of brown than what I thought it was. I thought it was closer to that than what it was. So that one never made its on this list either. I know in my unboxing I was thinking of Sequoia being a little bit closer to that color than what it was. So this is Tea Time, which is a lovely shade of brown. This is a perfectly balanced kind of brown. It's not too warm of a brown, it's not too cool of a brown, it's not too orangey, not too red. It's not leaning towards one way or another too much. So that was the problem I had with Sequoia. It was a more like orangey reddish brown. Okay, so this next one is Caramel, and that is the one that I found was the closest to it. But still slightly different. You know, some browns have a grayish tint to it, you know, that kind of thing. So this one doesn't lean, Tea Time doesn't lean too much in one direction or another, which is really nice. And then the last one, I believe, is Latte, yes, which has a lighter, creamier finish to it, but in the same brown shade realm. I feel like I'm looking at the different stages of coffee with milk. Doesn't help that too, the colors are kind of food colors for names, but it does remind me of the stages of coffee when they go through the questionnaire. Which coffee do you like? This much is cream, this much is cream. I put that in the wrong one, guys. I'm sorry. We'll fix that. Force of habit, and I am tired. The kids are on fall break, and I'm losing my mind. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Okay. So, even at this distance, not zoomed in, you can see the difference on these three. Though the caramel is pretty dang close. Alright. Zoom in. So as you can see over the white, Tea Time is the darkest one here, but it is quite similar to Caramel, and then Latte being a much lighter shade to that. And the same can be said over Black. So it's like it's descending in shades, but all within the same family for the most part. So our honorable mentions would be here are our honorable mentions. So this is Marigold. See how much more orange this is in comparison. This is Sequoia, the one I was originally thinking of, and see how much darker that is. This is a much cooler tone brown. It's much darker. So this is a more orangey brown, which is Marigold. So with that being said, these are really the closest two that I could find to Tea Time, and Kraken is the closest I could find to Canterbury. So everything else close to Canterbury would have been like Cosmos or Cauldron. And all of those have a various type of special effect and shimmer or glitter. So let me pull out Cosmos here. So here's Cosmos. Cream, shimmer. You can, even in the bottle, you can see the cream shimmer. But it's similar, it just has, it's not a cream finish. So I did not pick those. So they have dark blues like that, just not in creams. So this is the first cream that I've seen them make of stamping polish. And like I said, if they did make one previously, it's since been discontinued. I have yet to find one. Now, I have a decent selection of polishes on my wish list of ones that I don't have yet, of individual ones that were from previous boxes, things like that. But none of them, as far as I know, look like that. I don't remember there being any dark blues in there. So, if anybody knows of any, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But out of what I have, that's what I've got for you guys. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope this helped with your decision-making process. I do believe that both of these are pretty dang unique. The only one you can remotely substitute, as far as I can tell, in my personal opinion, is Tea Time, but even then, it's still a few shades darker than Caramel. So I would say that depending on what you're trying to do with it would determine whether or not it's even worth substituting. So that is all I have for you guys today, and I am currently working on some mani designs for you guys, and I know that I've put down the pedicure designs for the moment. Don't worry, I will get back to them. But during this particular holiday season, with so much going on, with it being October, we have so much that we do in October. We have our fall designs, we have our Halloween designs, and it's also Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, though I have never done a breast cancer mani, it is still that as well, and it's something I probably will at some point in time do one year or another. But like I said, there's a lot, and I love my Halloween manis, guys, and there's so many different categories for Halloween manis. So I am working on that. Plus I am behind on the 1-year anniversary mani that was requested for Steamboat Willie, but I am working on it because I finally got my hands on the plate. So that is coming up too. And I'm trying to get all that done for you guys, so bear with me. It's going to be a wild ride on the way there, because I've got 1 week of kids in no school, and adjustment and time periods for school, and extracurricular activities for the kids in school, and it's just, there's so much going on. We're hitting the holiday belt. My wedding anniversary is coming up. Halloween's coming up. And then of course we got Thanksgiving and birthdays for the kids and Christmas, and it's just these next 3-4 months is going to be crazy busy. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that I still have every Tuesday and Thursday video for you guys. But if I sound exhausted, don't worry. That's normal this time of year. That's just how it is. It gets crazy this time of year. Every year. It's never fails. I'm always trying to not be behind the 8 ball. In fact, my grandmother was mentioning last year that I was a bit late for getting everything organized for Thanksgiving because I was so busy that I just didn't have the ability to take a moment and call and be like, hey, what day works, what time works best for you, and do we want to do it the day of, and so on and so forth. And it was chaotic. It was very chaotic, and I don't foresee this year being any different. So with all this craziness, just bear with me, guys. So I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you are at while you are watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.